Welcome to Episode 9 of our series on safety in the air conditioning and refrigeration industry. On February 4, 2019, the refrigeration technician community in Venezuela was deeply impacted by an accident that occurred in the Villalago country residential development in the city of Maracaibo, Zulia State. As happens in thousands of service calls performed every year, the job involved replacing a component of the refrigeration system. To accomplish this, it was necessary to disconnect copper tubing and rejoin it using brazing with a filler alloy, a procedure that is completely routine throughout the industry. However, within a matter of seconds, what appeared to be a standard repair turned into a tragedy. While the technician and his assistant were performing the brazing work, a violent explosion occurred. The blast wave propelled metal fragments at high speed. The technician was struck directly and died almost instantly. His assistant suffered serious injuries and was transported by emergency services to Adolfo Ponce Hospital, where he received medical treatment. To this day, no official technical report has been made public that conclusively determines the cause of the accident. For this reason, any explanation regarding the origin of the accident should be considered a hypothesis based on engineering principles, the physical behavior of refrigeration systems, and similar accidents documented throughout the industry. Analyzing these possible mechanisms is not intended to assign responsibility, but rather to understand which phenomena may have contributed to an apparently routine operation ending in an explosion of such magnitude. One of the first possibilities is an overpressure condition caused by heating a confined volume. During a brazing operation, the applied heat can be transferred rapidly to the metallic components of the system. If a section of the refrigeration circuit remains isolated by closed valves, obstructions, compressors with closed internal valves, or any other element that prevents the movement of the refrigerant, the volume becomes trapped. Under these conditions, the liquid refrigerant, refrigerant vapor, lubricating oil, and any gas present begin to expand as the temperature increases. If the resulting pressure exceeds the mechanical strength of a pipe, housing, filter, accumulator, or any other component, a violent rupture may occur with the instantaneous release of a large amount of energy. This type of phenomenon has been widely documented throughout the refrigeration industry and is one of the reasons why heat should never be applied to a refrigeration circuit unless there is absolute certainty that it has been completely depressurized and contains no isolated trapped volumes. Another possibility is that residual refrigerant and lubricating oil remained inside the system. In practice, recovering refrigerant from a system does not always mean that all of the refrigerant has been completely removed. It is common for small quantities to remain trapped in various components, particularly within the compressor lubricating oil, where many refrigerants exhibit a high degree of solubility. Likewise, pockets of liquid refrigerant may remain trapped inside heat exchangers, separators, accumulators, or sections of the circuit where the recovery process was not completely effective. When brazing begins, the applied heat causes this residual refrigerant to boil rapidly and be released either from the lubricating oil or from the locations where it remained trapped. The phase change from liquid to vapor results in a very significant increase in the volume occupied by the refrigerant, which can rapidly increase the internal pressure within only a few seconds if the gas has no means of escaping. Another possibility that must also be considered is the formation of a potentially flammable atmosphere. For this to occur, three elements known as the fire triangle must be present simultaneously: a combustible substance, oxygen from the surrounding air, and an ignition source with sufficient energy to initiate combustion. During a brazing repair, an open flame provides a high-energy heat source. If a flammable refrigerant or combustible vapors were also present within the appropriate concentration range and sufficient oxygen was available, the necessary conditions could exist for a rapid combustion or even a deflagration. However, because there is no publicly available information confirming the type of refrigerant used or the exact condition of the system at the time of the accident, it is not possible to state that this was the mechanism responsible for the explosion. It should only be regarded as a technical hypothesis to be considered as part of the overall risk analysis. Another important aspect is the behavior of lubricating oil when exposed to elevated temperatures. The oil used in refrigeration systems not only lubricates the compressor, but can also absorb refrigerant during the normal operation of the equipment. When later exposed to the intense heat generated during brazing, it may release the dissolved refrigerant while also producing vapors from the oil itself. Depending on the temperature reached, the type of lubricant, the amount of refrigerant present, the available ventilation, and the system configuration, these vapors could contribute to the development of combustion if they encounter an adequate ignition source. Another important aspect is that many industrial accidents result from several contributing factors acting simultaneously, rather than from a single isolated cause. A small quantity of residual refrigerant combined with a partially blocked section of the refrigeration circuit, progressive heating during brazing, and the absence of a pressure relief path may interact and eventually create a critical condition. International best practice standards recommend completely recovering the refrigerant using appropriate recovery equipment, verifying zero pressure before working on the system, maintaining adequate ventilation in the work area, and continuously purging the refrigeration circuit with dry nitrogen throughout the brazing process. Nitrogen displaces oxygen from inside the tubing, preventing both the formation of oxide scale and the possibility of certain undesirable reactions during heating. There is also a widely accepted rule throughout the refrigeration industry. Oxygen must never be used to clean, dry, pressurize, or leak test a refrigeration system. These operations should only be performed using the procedures and gases recommended by applicable technical standards and equipment manufacturers. Although the exact mechanism that triggered this accident may never be known with certainty, this case serves as a reminder that what appears to be a routine repair can rapidly become a high-risk situation when all of the variables present within the refrigeration system are not properly controlled. Every refrigerant recovery procedure, every pressure verification, every nitrogen purge, and every safety measure implemented before beginning brazing represents a critical safety barrier designed to protect the lives of refrigeration and air conditioning technicians.